Welcome to another episode of Cooper's Cogitations. As you know, we've been dealing with the biblical law and its applications civilly and how they apply civilly, but also ecclesiastically. However, we're using biblical law in this frame as to show the whys and hows our founding fathers, who were Christians, set up this Christian document called the Constitution and why it's so valuable. Now, we know that law is the highest aspect of society. It is religious in nature. It defines what's good and bad, what's right and wrong, what you can do, what you can't do. And as such, the makers of the law have a religion and they codify their religion. Our founders were Christian and they united the principles of Christianity with civil government, John Adams. So we're exploring some of these principles. We want to do the third commandment, which is, and I will quote it for you, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, below, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down to them nor serve them. This is, I think, pretty succinct. However, as I explore it, it's a little more than it appears. Millions of people, billions throughout the centuries, billions of people have worshiped images of stone, of metal, of gold, silver, of wood. They've worshiped books, cities, buildings. These are what people do. However, we as Christians are commanded to have no graven image. So let me just read some of this. We get some specifics going here. And it says in Leviticus 19:28, you should not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. Deuteronomy 14:1, ye are the children of the Lord your God, ye shall not cut yourselves or make any baldness between your eyes. Tattoos, cuttings, piercings, or graven images. I don't know the popularity today, but 25 years ago, it was popular for young girls to cut themselves. I've had at least two of my own children that cut themselves. What idolatry is worship of any god other than the true God. This includes our narcissistic attitude. This includes hedonism, bacchanalia, of course, Ashtaroth, Moloch. But see, we worship ourselves. And that's pretty scary, folks, because we decide what's right and wrong. We become gods for ourselves. Excuse me. The cough is why I haven't been on for a week. Let's look at the girls with tattoos. Matt 40 on YouTube, girls with tattoos. I personally have not found a woman with multiple tattoos and piercings who is not currently or has not been previously a slut. promiscuous. Now, are there those who realize their error and change their behavior? Yes. Thank God for repentance. Repentance is a wonderful thing. However, they often continue with the marks of their previous life. I have known 2 individuals with marks from a previous life who've endeavored to remove them. I applaud them. I applaud them. Yes, they'll all come off in the resurrection. But we're dealing with here and now. He pushes it. They have no foresight. They don't understand when they get to be 60 or 70 years old, they're going to be sagging. This is going to be ugly. He says, they're selfish. Okay, I understand that. They think only of themselves. Narcissism is forced on us. Everything is about me. It's all about me, me, me. They even make songs about it. Everything is about me. You look at advertisements, it's all about me, how I can look, how I can feel. I. Narcissistic. It's not the God who created us. It's not the God who lives. It's about our little pathetic God of narcissism. This is not good. He pursues it and he says, they're mentally ill. I cannot argue with that. I believe anybody that violates the natural law, as we discussed, according to Cicero, Blackstone, Locke, the founding fathers, lose common sense, flee from themselves, deny their own human nature. That tells me they're emotionally, psychologically, spiritually unbalanced. They're mentally ill. Okay? So I can't argue with that. And of course, there's whole bunches of information on tattoos and piercings online. We know that tattoo and piercings have been around for millennium. Billions of people throughout the earth have taken it. Some, it's religious symbols, as was said here. It's religious symbols. Others, it's personal symbol. It's what I am, which is a religious symbol because it's what they are. It means something to them. It is an aspect of narcissism. So we still have problems with focusing and worshiping on the one true God, the only living God. We pursue this. Excuse me. It actually seems that more women today are getting tattooed than men, more women than ever before. I really don't know any young lady who is not a Christian who does not have a tattoo. I know no young lady, there's billions of tattoos. I know no young lady with tattoos and piercings who is not promiscuous. I'm not judging them. They've judged themselves. I'm just reading their advertisements. It's like they're advertising, this is what I am, come and get me. So, pursue this down to Kings, 1 Kings 18 and 19. Now therefore send gather to me all Israel in the Mount Carmel, prophets of Baal 450, prophets of the groves 400, which eat at Jezebel's table. At this time the children of Israel were deeply in the sin. Deeply in the sin. The government's full of sin. They're all idol worshipers. They all like their idols, their groves. And Elijah says, get the bullock, cut it up, put it there. Don't put any fire under it. Pray to your God. Let him light it. So the 450 priests get there and they prepare the sacrifice and they start praying and dancing. Elijah mocks them. Whoa, a prophet of God mocking another person's religion? Ooh, this is a theater for Israel to see and for Israel's government to see. And said, cry aloud, he is a God. He's either talking or pursuing, he's in journey or pre-adventure, he's asleep and must be awakened. He's mocking them. He knows it's a figment of their frenzied imagination, their frenzied mind. So they continue, they cut themselves, they slash themselves up, and they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lances till the blood gushed upon them. That's what they do. Piercings, cuttings, tattoos. And then there's other types of graven images. Okay? Nowadays, yes, false gods demand us to cut ourselves, tattoo ourselves. Okay? But why would you disfigure yourself? Look at this. There's nowadays, with the advances in medical technology, we do more things, folks. You wake up in the morning, you look at yourself and say, I don't like yourself. So what do? You make a graven image of yourself because your parents, your school teachers, society has told you, you're not a boy, you're not a girl. So you take puberty blockers, you have genital mutilation, you have genital surgery. I used to think this was just 21st century, 22nd century. It's not. This is what Josephus in Antiquities has Moses saying. Let those that have made themselves eunuchs be had in detestation, and do avoid any conversation with them who have deprived themselves of their manhood or womanhood, and of that fruit of generation which God has given to men for the increase of their kind. Let such be driven away as if they'd kicked their children, since they beforehand have lost what should have procured them. For it is evident that while their soul insides have become effeminate, they have withal transfused that effeminacy to their body. You feel like a girl on the inside. Oh, I woke up this morning, I feel like a girl. And so they take puberty blockers, genital mutilation, hormone enhancers, graven images. Folks. Now, I have to pursue this. I'm not going to come back to this. Can't leave out cosmetic surgery. Botox and implants immediately come to mind. There's others. We're not going to go there. Let me just say this. Concerning all the above, we have to understand God created us in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Spiritually, we're in the image of God, our Father and our Mother. Physically, we're in the image of God, our Father and our Mother. We have devalued, debased, degraded their image. We've attacked God by attacking ourselves. This is not rational. And look what Corinthians says. Corinthians combines it all. Our heritage, our opportunity for improvement, the penalty for defilement is articulated by Paul. 1 Corinthians 3:16, know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. The temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. Oh, but this is getting long. I apologize. Spencer Kimball, Miracle of Forgiveness. We're at 15 minutes. That'll be enough for today. I'll pick this up on another episode. Thank you, and have a good day.